Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And today I decided to film from outside again. So if you feel the winds and there's a lot of winds coming through, please forgive me. I have loved it to film from outside because of the way it feels so natural, so fresh, and also I don't have to use a lot of lightings. I don't like the lighting coming from my tripod, coming from my box lights and all that kind of unnatural light. So this kind of setting is actually really good with the birds flying in the trees and stuff like that. So anyways, I promised that I was going to talk about Uganda in the previous video if you've been following me, and here I am today. So from the comment here that said talk about Uganda, so here I am to serve you. I'm at your service. So welcome to the channel. My name is Liz. If you're new here, please consider subscribing and joining the mighty family. I'm going to do series talking about Uganda, agriculture, tourism, way of life, nightlife, all these things. So let me know if you have a particular interest in knowing something about Uganda. Just let me know in the comment section. I will surely get back to you. So today I'm just basically going to do a review, like a general kind of review Uganda, and giving you a little bit of the insight of what happens in Uganda. So if you're interested in traveling to Uganda, this should be the video for you. So first of all, we know that Uganda is in East Africa and it has a population of about 44 point something million people, according to the 2019. So I don't know, maybe it has increased. Of course it has, because we always have kids every now and again. Sorry, I've said it's so windy today, so forgive me if the voice or the echo or there's a lot of wind coming in the video. Forgive me for that. So let's talk about, first of all, how people are. People in Uganda are so warm, they're so welcoming, they're so friendly, and so that shouldn't be a problem. If you're planning to travel, you're not going to receive any negative kind of approach. So get prepared to be welcomed by love, warmth, and a lot of smiles. Yes, and Uganda's official language is English. Yes, it is English. So if you're planning to travel, we speak different languages because Uganda has over 57 tribes and every tribe speaks its own language, but the official language is English. But you'll find so many people speaking different languages. So for example, myself, I speak about 5 to 6 languages. So people speak different languages, but then most people will speak English. So yes, so that is the major official language. And also let's talk about the food. Most of the food in Uganda is organic food. Luna, come bring my phone please. It is organic food. And we plant it on our own. We don't usually do a lot of exportation. Is it exportation, importation? Forgive me on that. Well, what I'm saying is most of the food we have in Uganda is grown in Uganda. We also have a lot of coffee. If you're a coffee lover, you love to drink coffee, we do a lot of coffee exportation. I think I got that right this time. Sorry, Luna is around, so she is also in and out of my videos. But there's nothing I can do. I'm trying to be as authentic as I can be. So yeah, so we're talking about coffee. So if you're a lover of coffee, we do, I think it's Robusta coffee and another type of coffee. Please try and use Google if you wanting to know more about the coffee industry. And then also we do a lot of fruits, vegetables. So say, take an example, we do people agriculture is a big deal. So there's a lot of potatoes, which is the Irish potatoes, the sweet potatoes. We do fruits, so we have a lot of mangoes, we have oranges, we have lemons, we have all this amazing fruit. So if you're for example, if you're traveling and you're going for a short stay, I would advise that you find a place where you can see all these things. So if you're living in Kampala, for example, I think it's best if you hired a car that you will use to move around the different markets, the different towns. So don't rely on Uber so much, because sometimes the time they may not be as reliable. I'll just want to leave it at that. So if you have a car, you've hired a car and you're always ready to go on the move to see all these different sceneries, I think that would be best for you. And then also, yes darling, and then also in what is it?
My fingers hurt.
Say hi to people.
Hi, people.
Yeah, we have Bwindi impenetrable national park that is famous for the gorilla trekking. So if you're into gorilla trekking, if you're into nature and visiting national parks, Uganda would be the best destination for you. Yeah. In fact, we have one of the famous social media influencer or YouTuber, wherever, is also visited Uganda recently. So I'll show you a picture of him in Kanungu district visiting Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. He's probably gone on a gorilla hunt. So we also do a lot of basket weaving and a lot of arts and crafts. So we have craft shoes. There's markets where they sell naturally beautiful African craft shoes, dresses, from hair accessories to everything that you need. They also have beautiful jewelry. The African craft market is located, we have so many, but mostly there's one in the city called National Theatre where you can go and get all these beautiful African or Ugandan crafts. We also have baskets. Like if you're into loving these African baskets, Ugandans mostly weave those buckets from scratch. So if you love those baskets to probably decorate your house or do even wall hangings, we have so many of those in those African markets. The National Theatre, there's lots of all those. Wherever you go, you'll find a market that will have those specific African kind of material that you like. They also have African fabrics, like for dresses, whatever you need, shirts for children, whatever we call lesus or scarves like these. We have lots of those markets also available. Yeah, so also what I'm saying also is, if you're a lover of organic food, try and get time and go to these local markets so that you have a variety to choose from. You could go to stores, but you'll be limited if you go to the stores. But if you go to the local markets, every area has a local market. It's like an open space where they settle and they put all these fruit for sale and food. So it's best to always go to those markets so that you get a variety to choose from and also have a feel of how it feels like to be in the local market. Sorry, it's a bit noisy today. I don't know what's going on. I think I chose the wrong time to film, but bear with me, guys. So let's talk about the food again. So if you go to a restaurant, remember, we do not have like mostly free water. We sell like bottled water, so you're not going to get like a glass of free water. If you're coming from, say, like in America, usually the restaurant, they'll give you free water from the tap, because but in Uganda, you do not drink water from the tap. So we usually have bottled water in the restaurant, so you'll have to pay for that. Let's talk about the traditional dances. So Uganda, I've said it already that it has over 57 tribes. So each tribe has the unique dances or the cultures. So beginning from the central Uganda, we have the Chiganda dance, or we call it Maganda, so where people dance and it's like kind of a choreography. So it's very beautiful. So if you're into that, there are places where you can go and watch these traditional dancers perform live for you. Yeah, so you ask around and you use Google wherever you are visiting from, and they'll take you to the places where they do all these different dances. In the west, we do Echitaguro. In the east, you'll find people do the Basoga dance. If you go to Gulu, which is the northern part, you'll find people do a ding ding. It's really beautiful and so cultural and so unique. So if you're into the traditional dances, traditional cultures, finding out what they do, what they like, how they we also have traditional wares. So everything interesting, you will find that, and it was pretty cool and interesting. So yeah, so today, like I said, we're just wrapping up and touching here and there, just different aspects of Uganda. And yeah, So I hope you're enjoying this video, guys. Okay, another thing that you have to keep in mind is don't drink, yeah, I said don't drink water from the tap. That's one. Second, go with cash. If you're going to a restaurant or places, you're going out, you're going to do things, you're going shopping, go with cash, because some places will not allow you to swipe your card. So have some cash on you wherever you go to a restaurant, whenever you go out to places like clubs, whenever you go to stores to buy food, to buy groceries, go with some cash, because the system is still upgrading to this online kind of pay system. So remember to carry some cash on you. Yes. Another tip I would give you is try to avoid going downtown. If you're going downtown, I mean, like if you go to these places where the local markets, like downtown, where it's so busy, full of people. So something else I would like to say is Ugandan food, if you go to restaurants, if you go to eat out places, most of the food will not be so spicy. So if you need a little bit of spice, you may have to request, and they give you, commonly we call it chili or chili sauce or chili pepper, but we don't naturally spice so much. So if you're into the spicy type of food, you may have to request for that pepper so that you add into the food. And then also the food, we have two, usually we have what you call the sauce, and then the main food. So you can have like rice, and then with the rice we have usually the vegetables, like we also have, I'm talking about like meat soup or beans, and then you can have peas, like cow peas. So you usually have like that soup, and then you have the major meal, which is like rice, potatoes, or ugali, which is posho or corn flour. So yes, so just remember you're going to have two dishes. You're going to have a main meal and a sauce. That is traditionally how we do it. Okay, so if you've liked this kind of series, let me know in the comment section, and I will continue to do most of these as I entertain you and also educate you about Uganda. So today was my first episode about Uganda. Continue to let me know if you like this. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you'd like to hear about Uganda, and I'll be at your service. Thank you again for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye bye.